This series is presented by Solo Hunter brand rifle covers, your gun's best protection against the elements.
I don't know, I don't really like starting shows driving in a truck. The audio is me yelling is because old Blue's got a few noises. I fix it by turning the radio up. For this hunt, I am headed to a buddy's ranch in Wyoming to hunt late season whitetails during the rut. For those of you that don't know me well, I'm about as patient as a 3-year-old when it comes to sitting a tree stand. I've done it maybe a handful of times, but growing up hunting the big expanses of the West, I'm just not used to it. For me, sitting and hunting is as mentally challenging as it gets. Add in the cold, and I'm over it in minutes. Give me a mountain, and I will climb it. Give me a tree, and all I want to do is climb down from it. It's wintertime here in Wyoming. The temperatures are plummeting, and the river bottom where these deer are living is beginning to freeze up. The last time I hunted here was early season with my bow, and there was more whitetails than I'd ever seen in a single place. It was like a caribou migration underneath my stand. This time I'm really excited because I have the rut working in my favor. Sure, it's going to be cold, but I know how many deer hang out at this place, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what the rut brings on. Somehow, some way, I ended up sitting in a tree. I've been here 2 minutes, and I'm already ready to shoot my decoy. Except I did see a really nice buck on the way in. Should have filmed it. Let's see how this works. I'm planning on doing this hunt with my recurve, so the best tactic is going to be for me to learn some patience and try to entice a big buck to my location. Northern Wyoming, right on the Montana border. I came in, I've got the Montana decoy set up below me, and then my archery target, deer archery target. Pull a little bit of scent out, a little grunt tube. Yeah, gonna make the most of it here. Lots of nice close shots.
These are self-documented hunting adventures with no production crews. We hunt in very remote locations and often dangerous situations. We are solo hunters.
Just something about this kind of weather and this kind of experience, just this kind of brutality, it makes you feel like a man.
My favorite backpacking food is dead animal.
Make you think twice about stepping out of the tent to take a leak in the middle of the night, that's for sure.
Filming myself and trying to shoot stuff just frustrates me. It makes you feel like you're a horrible hunter. It's not the case. You're just a horrible cameraman.
Solo Hunters is brought to you by MUZZY Broadheads, Carbon Express, Gorilla Gear, Outdoor Edge and Vortex Optics, Prime by G5, and Campbell Cameras. Relive your adventure. Closed captioning provided by Trophy Taker Fallaway Arrow Rests, leading the way on the line and in the field. Solo Hunters is brought to you by Prime Bows from G5, where accuracy is everything.
I'm hunting with the trusty recurve. I've also got my rifle, just in case, because I'm hunting for a trophy, but I also need something to fill my freezer with, so I'm going home with something. Hopefully. If it doesn't work out with the bow, I will resort to long-range violence. Western count 3 in the night. I was working over there with some does. That's what kills me about this is you see these bucks, it's like, do I just sit here and hope that they come my way? Or do I crawl down and try sneaking on them? That little buck came right in. I grunted, and he came running in, and then he circled my buck decoy. He was even downwind of me. I found a lot of things wrong with my setup when he came in. Mainly, it's not conducive the way the camera's set up to try to shoot him where he came in here. I had a little scent on that doe, and he walked up, kind of looked at it, and then left. Had that been a big buck, I would have had a close shot, but it would have been really hard to get the camera on him. There's a lot of deer moving right now. It's good. make something happen. Whew. If nothing else, I need to warm my feet up. It's cold. I'll probably climb down, turn around, there'll be a big buck standing underneath this stand. It's stocking time. Behind the Lens is brought to you by CAMO Cameras. Relive your adventure. Whether you're filming yourself or filming a friend, the number one most important thing is to not forget to press the record button. I've done it. Tim's done it. If you filmed long enough, you've done it. No matter what you're filming, check and make sure that record is also on the screen. Every camera is different, so be familiar with your camera and make a mental note every single time you plan on filming something to check the screen for record. If you get in the habit of it, you're less likely to make that fatal mistake.
This segment of Solo Hunters is brought to you by Carbon Express. Shoot better. Solo Hunters is brought to you by PhoneScope, digiscoping accessories for your smartphones.
I don't know, it's almost the evening. Conundrum, I can wait or I can crawl down and see what's going on. Oh, there's something. It is freezing cold right now, and I just had a really nice buck come into the decoy. He stopped and stood broadside 20 yards. I was shooting the recurve. I drew back, and I don't know, I had my gloves off for a while. My hands are pretty cold. I shot and just, it was not a good shot. I hit him through the leg. It was just back. It was a bad shot. There's no two ways about it. Fortunately, I think I must have hit his femoral artery or something, because I saw a lot of blood coming down his leg, and he ran maybe 200 yards, bedded down. I don't like hitting him like that. I think he's down right over here now. This right here is an awesome buck. It's probably the best whitetail I've ever taken. And to take it with a recurve, it's pretty exciting. I probably should be more excited, but I did not make a good shot on him. That kind of makes me sick a little bit, you know. I hate not making a good shot. At least he didn't get away wounded, but it looks like I hit him right in the femoral artery or something, and he bled out pretty quick. Fortunately, I was lucky. Some more luck than anything. He's a beautiful buck. Nice tines. He's awesome. Solo Magnified is brought to you by Vortex, the force of optics.
When you're hunting and filming solo, whether you're on the ground or in a tree, you've got so much going on to have to worry about a camera, a bow, and a rangefinder. One of the first things that I do when I get up into my tree is establish my yardage perimeters. Because you have a lot of time to sit and think, I'm mentally burning those images into my mind so that when that deer comes in and approaches, I don't have to worry about grabbing my rangefinder. My mind already knows how many yards away he is so that I can spend all of my focus on my bow and my camera. This segment of Solo Hunters is brought to you by Big Green Targets. Go big, go green. For more information on all of our Solo Hunter brand products, social and digital media, or to book a hunt in one of Remi Warren's guided hunting destinations, contact us at solohunterstv.com. Solo Hunters is brought to you by Adventure Medical Kits and Survive Outdoors Longer. Expect the unexpected.
Hunting big deer is a blast, but I want a little more venison for the freezer. As luck would have it, I have one last evening to chase deer across the border in Montana, so I'm going to head to my favorite lookout and try to take another buck. Got to cross the river here though on this log. It's a little snowy. The river is icy cold and that's a little scary, but actually getting onto logs is going to be the hard part. Crossing I'll be fine, but hopefully it won't be too slick. Ooh boy. Alright. Hold my breath if I fall in. Not fun. The key with the river crossing: fall on the downriver side of the log. Never fall on that side. I just got my buck down. Man, I only had a few days to hunt here. I'm just stoked. This is my version of a tree stand right here. I don't like sitting and waiting. but come up here, hike to the top of the mountain, and get to shoot a buck off this cliff, my little secret sniper spot here. So it was pretty awesome. I'm pretty excited about it. Pretty much my last day to chase whitetails, and that way I can spend the last day of the season after my next client's hunting elk. And went up to my spot overlooking the valley, and there's some other bucks running around, a few other little deer running around, but this goofy looking buck walked out, and I put the spotting scope on him and saw his horn drop down. Figured, well, better thin this one out of the herd. Most of my life, my opinion of a hard hunt is how many miles I've had to walk. After hunting these late season whitetails, my opinion has shifted to measure it in the amount of hours spent sitting in the cold.
The Solo After Show is brought to you by Outdoor Edge, quality knives and tools for the big game hunter. Can't seem to get enough solo hunters? Now you can get extended behind-the-scenes access into the show. You'll find additional video clips from our fans, as well as a look into some of our exclusive tips and outtakes that we couldn't fit into the show. All this and more at solohunterstv.com.